What is going on, guys? DBG here. In this video we are going to be talking about Evo cards, and not gonna lie, like NBA 2k20 MyTEAM is, I don't think it's been as bad as a lot of people say it is. I don't think the gameplay is very good. I think the fact that it's so reliant on the clamps badge, I think the fact that if a player doesn't have, like, if a player has clamps, quick first step, range extender, and quick draw, they're automatically go player regardless of stats. I don't think that's great, but I think that's more of a gameplay issue. But I think for the most part, the guys that are involved in producing MyTEAM have done a good job. Do I like the fact that they've basically stopped putting in moments guides? We're gonna get them tomorrow. There's no question about it. We're getting moments guides tomorrow. I don't like the fact that they basically lied about saying, oh, the only reason we got rid of moments of the week was because of we want to keep everything moments cards the day after they happen, and they just straight up aren't doing that. I don't like the way they lied about that, but at the same time, and moments of the week was probably my favorite set, to be honest. Either that or Spotlight. But one thing we cannot deny is that Evo cards are the best addition 2K has had in so long. And especially the way 2K are using Evo cards. And I don't know how long this lasts, but what 2K have managed to do this year is, with the way they've used Evo cards, they've made it so that you can build up a really nice team by just grinding the game. You don't need anything spectacular. You don't need all these great cards. You can just grind up your Evo cards and you're going to have a great team. And that is something that we know that 2K don't want. We know that the MyTEAM producers, the guys that are actually making MyTEAM, we know that that's what they want. But we know that the higher ups in 2K, we know that Take-Two, because obviously their stock prices are plummeting, they definitely don't want people not buying packs. And Evo cards definitely are something that discourage that. So, how are we talking about? I don't know how long we keep getting really good Evo cards or really easy Evo requirements, but I'm going to be talking about the top 5 budget Evo cards you guys can buy. I'm also going to be talking about how long they take the Evo, as well as the price when they're at their good level. Like, they don't need to be like at the top level, but just a level that they're more than usable. So we're going to start off with number 5, and it's going to be Keith Van Horn. So I've got Keith Van Horn right here. For Amethyst, I think you need is 400 points, 100 rebounds. I don't think it's that difficult. As you guys can see, he gets a bunch of badges, gets like Intimidator, Clamps. So he gets so many badges and just becomes a great defender. So Keith Van Horn is fantastic. So let's put him in here. He's a 6'10 small forward. He's also got 22 goals. He's an elite shooter, got an unreal release, can play defense. The problem is he has steady, which isn't great, but you know what? I can live with it, especially because of the price he is. He is, he's a fantastic shooter, a decent dunker. He's fast enough, good on defense, moderately fast, and good lateral quickness. So definitely a good card. Price-wise, Keith Van Horn, you can get him at Ruby. And his Ruby is basically the same, but he doesn't play offense. But he doesn't play defense. He only plays offense. But his Ruby is really cheap. So if you're looking at his Ruby, you would have been able to pick him up for less than 1,000 MT for quite a while, but you can pick him up for around 2,000. And if you're looking at his Amethyst, you can pick him up for surely within 12k. Yeah, for about 10k. So basically, time it takes to Evo up Keith Van Horn from Ruby to Amethyst is probably around 2 hours of gameplay. But with 2 hours of gameplay, if you spend that 2 hours playing Triple Threat offline or Triple Threat online, you get more than the 10k MT needed for getting this card right here. And it's probably going to be a little bit more fun than playing against Rookie. So if you guys are looking for just Evoing him quickly, then he's definitely going to take a little bit of time. But it's going to be worth it at the end of the day. He's fantastic, especially you guys don't spend much money on the game. He is fantastic whether you buy him at Amethyst or buy him at Ruby. So I'm going to also mention that, like, whether it's quicker to play the game and gain the MT in other ways than it is to Evo him up. And for him, it definitely is. So next up is number 4. And I'm going to go with a guy that a lot of people have slept on. And it's Doug Christie. I'm telling you. Like, I'm currently working on Evoing him up on my Road to Glory account. And he is going to just be a god. Like, look at these stats. Look at these upgrades. Goes to 96 perimeter defense and 300 points, 20 steals. And 20 steals with 300 points, you can get that done in probably 90 minutes. Not even 90 minutes. Like, if you play on rookie and you go up with him because he has a pretty good steal rating of 87, you can get strips non-stop. You put him on the point guard if you're putting him on in rookie domination, and you can probably score at least 100 points a game on rookie dom. So you're looking at 90 minutes max to evo this card up. And while you're doing that, you can also evo up someone's assists as well. But he gets a steal of 95, pass perception 95, lateral quickness 97. He's got decent enough height. He's 6'6" and can play it 2. Speed, ball, and acceleration goes to 89, 86, and 89. Vertical goes to 85. So he becomes an unbelievable defender. And just look at these badges. He's got Intimidator. He's got Off-Ball Pest. He's got Defensive Leader, Clamps, all Hall of Fame. He also goes and gets Flexible Release, Green Machine, Hot Zone Hunter, Slippery Off-Ball, Slithery Finisher, Fancy Footwork, Gold. So he's going to be hop-stepping on people. So he's going to be elite. The only problem with this card is he has no range extender and he's got no quick first step, which are 2 really important badges. And if you want to, which means that he's not going to be like a god tier player, but he's going to be very good. He's going to be very, very good. And for his price, you cannot go wrong with him. Like, not only is he cheap at Ruby, like if you want to pick him up at Ruby, you can get him a lot of times for less than 1,000 MT, but 1,500 is the max you're going to be looking at him for. Maybe right after this video, people will be trying to price fix him, but trust me, you'll be able to get him for around 1,000 MT. And then even at Amethyst, when he's already an absolute beast, like Hall of Fame clamps, a bunch of great like Hall of Fame defensive badges. Oh, he's gone up in price. He was 7.5k MT yesterday at Amethyst. All right, he's gone up. Like, let's be real, no one's paying like 10, 12, 15k for him, and I don't think that's definitely not worth it. So he's about 13, 15k. Not worth picking him up. You can evo him up so quickly. Just go and play games and evo up a second player with their assists while you're evoing up his points, and you will do it much quicker. So it is definitely not worth. Well, with Van Horn, I think it is probably worth it going into a different game mode like Triple Threat and earning the MT. I don't think it is worth it with Doug Christie. So number 3, I'm gonna go with D Brown, wherever he is. I don't have me vote up here at all, but D Brown is a great card. So I have me vote up on my Road to Glory account, and he's actually fairly expensive when he's fully evoed. So I'd say it takes probably, to get him up to Ruby, doesn't take long. Like, you can get that 50 points and 5 dunks. You can literally get that in 15 minutes playing Triple Threat offline. It's not that difficult. Just throw some lobs to him and just burn them with his quick first step. Problem is that he's not elite until he gets to Amethyst. But once he gets to Amethyst, like, he goes up to 89 lateral quickness, 84 steal, help defense goes up, perimeter defense goes to 85, mid-range goes up, close shot goes up. Just look at the badges though. He goes and gets Hall of Fame difficult shots, Hall of Fame quick first step, or goal range extender, and goal clamps, as well as some great badges. Stats wise, just as a base card, he is pretty good, and I'm going to go over him right now. So D Brown, overall, it will probably take you about 90 minutes to 2 hours to evo him up. So you can easily enough pick him up for around 1,200 MT. But again, it is a little bit of work to evo him up. Ruby, I'd be expecting, like, there's no point picking him up at Ruby because I think he's going to be more than 2,000, like, because he can do that in 10 minutes. So in 10, 15 minutes, it's just not worth it. Like 3,000, maybe if you're that little bit lazy, it might be the worst thing in the world. But Amethyst, even though it's not much of a grind to Amethyst, trust me, it is not much of a grind at all to Amethyst. He is that little bit expensive. So I was looking him up earlier, 20k MT, and I don't know, it's quicker to evo him up because it's only point and assist than it is to evo up someone like Heath Van Horn, and he's going to cost a lot more. So I definitely would suggest going and evoing him up by buying the card at Sapphire and evoing him up all the way, rather than spending the 20k MT on him, because I think you're getting better bang for your buck. And then, but again, if you guys are watching this video thinking, I don't want to play games with these cards, I just want really quick evos and do it straight away, then you're not watching the right channel, or you're not looking at the right videos, because there's no two ways about it. If you want to spend money, spend money. If you don't want to spend money, you're gonna have to play the game a little bit. Like, nobody's just gonna get cards handed out to them, and if they were just handing out all these great cards, then there'd be a little bit of a problem. Maybe not later on the year, they can do what they want, but for now there will be. So number 2 is a card that I really like, and it's Landry Fields. Landry Fields, when he gets to Amethyst, 85 3 ball, ball control of 76, perimeter defense goes to 90, gets all these Hall of Fame badges, which is good. And I actually forgot to go over deep round stats. Basically, he's got like a 96 dunk and super speed, as well as being a lockdown defender and can shoot from limitless. So pretty much everything you want from a point guard. But Landry Fields is a little bit, in terms of his Evo, I don't think that he takes too long. He's actually gone way up in price. He was, before Saturday, you were picking him up for 700-800 MT, and now you're looking at 2000 MT for Fields, which I still think is not too bad. At Amethyst, I'm guessing you're looking at probably, he's actually a little bit, I think it's the same Evo requirements as D Brown to get him to Amethyst, so it's not the easiest thing in the world. 15k, yeah. What I would say is there's no need, like, he's barely better from Amethyst than he's at Ruby, but you're looking at him at Ruby for 6.5k MT. I'm not sure if it's worth picking him up at Ruby or just picking him up for 2k MT, because to Evo him up you need, I think, 23s and 150 points, and that takes about half an hour, maybe 45 minutes. Like, it shouldn't be too bad to Evo him up to Ruby, but evoing up to Amethyst does take the guts of 2 hours. So I'd say it's probably best just to get him to Ruby, because he's not that much different. Like, when you're looking at him at Ruby, I'm going to compare him to his Amethyst right now. So he's a 6'7" guard, so he's elite. Obviously, he goes forwards badge, go from gold to Hall of Fame. Look, it's great getting Hall of Fame catch and shoot and off-ball pass. Hall of Fame pick dodger is unreal as well, but all those badges at gold are still pretty good as well. Then, obviously, same height. If you're looking at the stats, like +5 3 ball, again, +10 ball handle, that's the only difference. But if you're not using them as your primary ball handler, I don't know why anyone would. It doesn't make much of a difference. And the rest of the stats are minimal. So he barely gets better. So he does get a little bit better, and he's definitely better than Amethyst, but he's not 9k better. So what I would advise you guys to do is to either pick him up for 2k. It wouldn't be the worst idea in the world to, like, pick him up for 6k. Like, that's not a bad price. But pick him up for 2k, get him up by 1 tier, because for 2k MT, you are getting a player that has got, for the Ruby, gold clamps, gold quick first step, gold downhill, gold quick draw, gold range extender, gold slippery off ball, gold pick dodger, gold tireless defender, gold pogo, gold tireless shooter, gold volume shooter. Basically all the best gold badges in the game you're getting for a guy for 6k MT or 2k MT plus 1 Evo. So that is why he's number 2 on the list. And the big reason why he's number 2 on the list is because number 1 is a free card that you can get in 20 minutes. Jeremy freaking Lin. So Jeremy Lin, to get him up to Diamond, he's terrible as a Sapphire. He is terrible as a Ruby. He is terrible as an Amethyst. However, once you get him to Diamond, I think it's 300 points and 100 assists you need to get him to Diamond. And that takes, to get him to first Diamond, you can do that in 90 minutes. 90 minutes is all it takes. Probably 5 games. You can easily do it in 90 minutes. Get him up to first Diamond. And yeah, second Diamond, a little bit more of a grind. Still fairly easy, but a little more of a grind, and he becomes an absolute god. But as a 93 overall, the rating I have him right now, like, you cannot go wrong with him. Like, you're looking at one of the best point guards in the game straight up. You're looking at a guy with 42 goals, 4 Hall of Fames. Those gold badges include clamps, defensive leader, intimidator, pogo stick. He's got catch and shoot, quick first step. He's also got quick draw, range extender, floor general. And in stats wise, he can dunk, he can shoot, he can handle, he can pass, he can play defense, he's fast enough. Like, you are looking at one of the best point guards in the game that you get for free. Like, in the game, basically in the game where you get him, you can Evo up someone else because it's on rookie. That takes 20 minutes, and then it takes another 90 minutes. So probably 2 hours, you can get one of the best point guards in the game from playing. And there is no way you can get a better card than this from 2 hours of doing anything else right now. Maybe later on in the year, maybe the fact that Lance Stevenson exists and I honestly don't even know what price Lance Stevenson is right now. If he's anything under 20k, he's a steal. Like, he's 4k MT. Like, there is no better value player. But in terms of, like, well, there is Jeremy Lin's because he's free. But Jeremy Lin should be the card that everyone that's on a budget. Like, if you guys are on using God squads, there is really, like, thank you guys for watching the video, but there's really no point in this. But if you guys are looking for budget squads, those 5 players are absolutely elite. And they are led by the most elite of them all, Jeremy freaking Lin. But anyway, yeah, that is the video. These guys, in my opinion, are the best guys you should pick up for budgets for Evos. Yeah, sure, some of them are a little bit of a grind, but none of them are excessive. None of them are like 750 points and 150 rebounds, which the Evos were the Amethyst at the start of the year. These guys are all somewhat reasonable, and nothing will take longer than 2 hours, and every one of these guys can hold their own against almost anyone in my team. Will they be exceptional against the God squad? No, they won't. But will they be able to hold their own against most God squads? I'm gonna say yeah. I think they will be able to hold their own against most teams, and that's all you can ask for. Like, if you are paying 1k MT for a player, you cannot expect them to be able to compete with God squads. But if they can hold their own, that is all that matters. But anyway, yeah, that is the video. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.